Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So, you want to know what the key is to being successful in OT school? Well, I have the answer for you. So, there's three things that you need to know. And these are very important, and I think they're often overlooked. So, key number one is that you need to understand your study style. Okay, you need to create a study routine and a study habit. This is going to come in handy when it's time to take the exam. Unfortunately, I've talked to a couple of different people that have failed the exam 3, 5, the most I've heard is 11 times. And this is really bad, guys, because every time you take that exam and you spend more and more time away from studying or just time in general, it's going to make you lag back even more. So it's going to get harder and harder. So the key is really getting it and nailing it and passing the first time. So in the description below, I'm providing you guys with what is my study habit. Definitely go ahead and check out the description after this video. And I think it would be a good idea if you take that quiz so you can start understanding what your study habit is. And I also provided some examples of things you can do to increase your study habit. Now, sometimes we have more than one thing. We might be an auditory, visual learner, and it's different levels. You might be, 70% auditory, 30% visual, and that's perfectly fine. But the key is really understanding and knowing how to study. Okay, so the second most important thing for your success in OT school is learning how to become a critical thinker. Okay, this is very crucial. And I think I'm going to do a separate video just kind of focusing on strategies to become a better critical thinker. This is really learning if you are comprehending the information, because if you're not comprehending the information, you're not going to know how to relay the information or retrieve the information. So being a critical thinker is thinking about a situation, being able to formulate the idea in your mind, and then being able to explain it. So if you are having difficulty explaining strategies or explaining information that you have learned and processing steps, because task analysis is very important, because when you start working, you need to understand when you look at a case, okay, when you're going over the eval and you're looking at a case, this person's brand new to you, you should already start thinking on, okay, this is what I'm seeing as a diagnosis, these are the symptoms that come with it, and this is the next step, and this is what I'm going to treat. This is what I'm going to look for. So all of these things are going to be coming into your mind. And if you're struggling with that and learning how to critically think about it, you're going to struggle. Not only in your classwork, but you're going to struggle during the exam. Now, the last one I think is often overlooked, and I can tell you guys right now, I definitely overlooked this, and I didn't realize how important it is being excellent in anatomy and physiology. Now, for some of you, you may be midway in school, or you might already be done, and you're just trying to take that exam, and I get it. But for those of you that is thinking about going into OT school, and maybe you're in the midst of it, maybe you're taking your prerequisites, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to do a series, okay? And I'm going to call it Applied OT with Anatomy and Physiology. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down. So, for example, if we're talking about the muscular system, right? I'm going to give you an insight on one, understanding anatomy and physiology when it comes to the muscular system, but also I'm going to tie in things that we will see in the OT fields. So if we're talking muscular system, so I will break down, when it comes to movement, okay, and the things you're looking for when it comes to movement and contractures and how the muscles are affected. Or let's say we're talking about the integumentary syndrome. So how the skin is applied to OT is really if you're thinking about edema, okay? If you're thinking about burns, all these scars, all these things work together. So anatomy and physiology is super, super important. And I'm actually going to do a series focusing on just going through, I would say, the most important parts of anatomy and physiology that will help you understand how you can apply this to the occupational therapy profession. And then lastly, and again, this is something that I didn't think that was important while I was in school, but working in the field, it really plays a big part. And this is understanding how to break down medical terminology pertaining to our field. Okay, so again, I'm going to do another video where I'm just going to focus on the most important medical terminologies and how to break down the prefix and suffixes, because when you understand the prefix and suffix, you can just put the word together. For example, cardiologist, okay? If you put that in the middle, you have the cardi, which means heart, ologist means the study of, you put it together, now you have the study of the heart, which is a person that studies the heart. So when you have an idea and understanding of this, it's going to make a difference for you. And I guarantee you, if you learn these skills, you will be successful in occupational therapy school, and you will definitely be able to pass the NBCOT exam. So I hope this was helpful. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to come back next week where I'm going to do a video breaking down everything I mentioned right in this video. All right? Bye, guys.